Retirement is meant to be a peaceful, fulfilling chapter of life, a time when you finally get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But what if the choices you make after retirement could actually harm both you and your children? Many parents unknowingly make decisions out of love that can create long-term struggles for their children. Whether it's offering too much financial help, always rushing to solve their problems, or giving up control of your own life, these well-intended actions can lead to dependency, emotional strain, and even financial ruin. According to Buddhist wisdom, balance is the key to happiness. Parenting doesn't stop when your children grow up, but the way you support them must change if you want to maintain your own independence while ensuring they become strong, self-sufficient individuals. In this video, we'll explore the 8 critical things you should never do for your children after retirement, because setting boundaries now will create a more peaceful, fulfilling life for everyone. Let's begin. 1. Unconditional approval. The delicate balance between love and discipline. It's natural to want to be supportive of your children no matter what they do. But unquestioning approval, even when they make poor choices, can actually hurt them more than help them. Buddhist philosophy teaches that love and discipline must go hand in hand. Love without discipline leads to entitlement and unrealistic expectations. Discipline without love leads to resentment and emotional distance. Children who grow up always expecting approval never learn to handle criticism, failure, or accountability. They may struggle in relationships, careers, and personal growth because they've never been challenged to reflect on their actions. Instead of automatically approving everything your children do, try this. Encourage self-reflection. Instead of saying, "That's great," to everything, ask, "How do you feel about that decision?" Set healthy expectations. Teach them that approval isn't automatic. It comes from responsible behavior, integrity, and self-awareness. Be their guide, not their cheerleader. Support them, but don't ignore their mistakes. Help them grow by offering constructive wisdom, not just praise. True love isn't about constant approval. It's about being a guiding light that helps them make the right choices. But approval isn't the only thing that can create unintended consequences. What about the roof over your head? 2. Handing over your home. The key to your security. Your home is more than just a place to live. It's your sanctuary, your stability, and your security. Yet many parents make the mistake of giving up their home too soon by transferring ownership to their children, thinking it will make things easier. But what happens when unexpected life events occur? If your child divorces, their ex-spouse could claim part of the house. If they fall into debt, creditors could go after the home. If they mismanage money, they may sell it or put you in an uncomfortable position. Suddenly, your security is no longer in your control. Buddhist wisdom teaches the principle of non-attachment, but that doesn't mean sacrificing your well-being. Instead, it means making decisions with mindfulness and foresight. If you feel pressure to transfer your home to your children, ask yourself, am I doing this out of guilt or obligation? Would this put my financial stability at risk? Is there another way to support my children without giving up my own security? Instead of immediately handing over your home, consider alternative solutions. A legal trust. This allows you to pass the home to them in the future while keeping your security intact. Clear boundaries. If your children live with you, establish house rules and financial agreements to prevent conflict. Rent agreements. If you allow them to stay, consider a rental contribution to maintain financial balance. Your home is your lifelong investment and source of security. Protect it wisely. And when it comes to financial security, the next mistake is even riskier. 3. Giving up control of your finances. The hidden risk of overgiving. Many parents assume that once they retire, they should start handing over financial control to their children. While it's understandable to seek help managing your finances, giving up complete control is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Buddhism teaches mindful financial management, finding a balance between generosity and self-preservation. If you deplete your savings, hand over decision-making power, or constantly fund your children's expenses, you risk losing financial independence, struggling with unexpected medical costs, becoming reliant on your children. A common mistake is co-signing loans or giving large sums of money to help children, only to later find yourself in financial difficulty. Instead, protect your financial stability by maintaining separate accounts, keep control of your assets and savings, setting clear financial boundaries. If you choose to help, do so within limits that don't jeopardize your future. Consulting a financial advisor. Professional guidance ensures you manage your wealth with longevity in mind. Your finances should be a source of security and peace of mind, not stress. Be generous, but be wise. But money isn't the only thing you need to protect. Your time and energy are just as valuable. 4. Solving all their problems, offering guidance instead of rescue. Every parent's instinct is to protect their child from pain, failure, and struggle. But constantly stepping in to fix their problems can do more harm than good. Buddhism teaches that struggles are essential for growth. Every challenge is an opportunity to develop resilience, problem-solving skills, and emotional strength. If you always solve their problems, they may struggle with independence and expect others to fix everything. Avoid responsibility instead of learning from mistakes. Lack problem-solving skills, making them vulnerable in adulthood. Instead of rescuing them help themselves. Ask guiding questions. Instead of solving their problem, say, "What do you think you should do?" Let them experience consequences. Sometimes the best teacher is natural consequences. Encourage self-reliance. Support them emotionally, but don't always provide immediate solutions. It's not your job to remove every obstacle from their path. It's to teach them how to navigate it themselves. And speaking of emotional challenges, let's talk about the hidden cost of carrying their burdens. Hashtag 5. Absorbing their emotional burdens, setting healthy boundaries. Many retired parents find themselves acting as therapists for their adult children, constantly listening to their problems, absorbing their stress, and trying to fix their emotional pain. While it's important to offer love and support, taking on their emotional burdens at the cost of your own well-being can be destructive. Buddhism teaches emotional detachment, not as a lack of care, but as a way to protect inner peace. To maintain balance, set boundaries. Be there for them, but don't let their stress consume you. Encourage healthy coping mechanisms. Suggest therapy, meditation, or self-reflection practices. Prioritize your own peace. Your happiness is just as important as theirs. Your role isn't to be their emotional dumping ground. It's to guide them towards self-sufficiency and emotional resilience. 6. Sacrificing your identity, remembering who you are beyond parenthood. For years, your identity has been deeply tied to being a parent. You've spent decades guiding, supporting, and protecting your children. But now that they're adults, what happens next? Many retired parents fall into the trap of self-neglect, dedicating all their time, energy, and emotions to their children's lives while forgetting their own dreams, passions, and personal growth. But Buddhism teaches the importance of self-discovery and balance. Your role as a parent is only one part of who you are, and now is the perfect time to rediscover yourself. Signs that you may be losing your sense of identity include feeling lost or purposeless when your children don't need you, constantly worrying about their lives while neglecting your own happiness, having no personal goals or hobbies outside of family obligations. This stage of life is an opportunity to explore new interests, reconnect with passions, and embrace personal freedom. Consider taking up a new hobby, painting, writing, gardening, traveling, reconnecting with old friends, and building a strong social circle, engaging in volunteer work, or learning new skills. Your life doesn't end when your children grow up. It's just beginning in a new way. By embracing your own journey, you set an example for your children that life after retirement can be vibrant, fulfilling, and full of purpose. But while finding personal joy is important, there's another area that many retirees struggle with: setting boundaries with their past. 7. Carrying the weight of the past. Be a guide, not a burden. Your life has been filled with experiences, lessons, and wisdom. But how you share those experiences with your children matters. Some parents unknowingly burden their children with their past struggles. expecting them to carry family traditions, fulfill unachieved dreams, or live with the weight of past hardships. Buddhist teachings emphasize letting go of attachment to the past. Your experiences are valuable, but they should serve as guidance, not chains. Instead of burdening your children with past regrets or expectations, share your lessons as wisdom, not pressure. Let them learn from your experiences without forcing them to follow the same path. Encourage them to carve their own identity. Let them make their own mistakes and discover their unique journey. Release resentment or guilt from your past. Holding on to old pain doesn't serve you or them. It only creates emotional baggage. Your children don't need to carry your past burdens. They need your wisdom, support, and encouragement to build their own future. But what if the biggest mistake parents make after retirement isn't about the past or the present, but about control over the future? 8. Giving up control of your life. Be the master of your own decisions. As you age, there's often a temptation to let others start making decisions for you, especially your children. While they may have good intentions, relying too much on them can slowly erode your independence. This could include letting them dictate how you spend your retirement, allowing them to control your medical choices without your input, depending on them for major life decisions instead of making them yourself. Buddhist philosophy teaches that maintaining autonomy is key to personal peace. No matter how old you are, you deserve to be the master of your own choices. To protect your independence, make your own decisions. Stay involved in your financial health and personal choices. Set clear boundaries. Let your children know that while you appreciate their concern, you are still in control of your life. Prepare for the future on your own terms. Create a legal and financial plan that aligns with your wishes, not someone else's expectations. Your children may love you deeply, but only you know what makes you truly happy. The best way to teach them strength and independence is to embody those values yourself.